Hi, I'm Joe Denler, General Counsel for the Elite family of companies and the Director of Claims for the InterNACHI RPG insurance program. Today we're going to talk about some report writing basics and information that should be included in every report that you issue. First and foremost, the report should discuss the scope of the inspection and any particular limitations that might apply to a system or component you're inspecting. Secondly, it should identify and describe the systems and components. It's critical that you do this in a way so your client understands the differences between the major systems and components in the home and what purposes they serve and what purposes they don't serve. In addition to that, you need to identify and report defects clearly and consistently. We see a lot of reports every day that have 20 different words for the same thing, a material defect. Keep it simple. Remember that your clients read at a 7th to 8th grade reading level. They may have done this once or twice in their lifetime, and they might not understand at all how any of the systems and components of the home work. When we talk about defects in your report, it's critical that you identify the defect, where it is, and the significance of that finding. Why is it important that you're pointing this out to the client? And what should they do next in response to that defect? More often than not, with any defect you discover, you're going to make a recommendation to your client that they have it evaluated by another professional who specializes in that system and component. It's critical that you give that advice and that you're accurate about what type of professional your client should refer to have that system further evaluated. If it's a structural issue, refer them to an engineer. If it's an air conditioning issue, refer them to an HVAC tech. It's important that you do that because, again, you'd be shocked to learn that many people, when they bring a lawsuit against you, will claim that they totally didn't understand what type of professional you should have there, and as a result, they did nothing. While that's not a credible claim against a home inspector, and certainly might not pass muster from a court or an arbitrator, it could result in a claim being made, you expending your deductible to prove you're right, or that you have to take time off running your business in order to deal with a claim that could have easily been prevented had you just referred the client to the correct professional to evaluate the system or component that you found defective during the inspection. Finally, it's critical that you advise your client on impediments to your inspection process. If there's an area of the home that you can't access, you need to be clear about that and give your client a recommendation that they need to have that area accessed prior to closing, or more importantly, prior to the end of their inspection contingency period. If you give them that advice and they don't act on it, it's unlikely that they would be able to sustain a claim related to that system or component that they didn't further investigate or that they didn't gain access to prior to closing. If you're using these tools in your home inspection report, generally speaking, it will match up with all the different state regulations that are imposed on inspectors in every area of the country. These are the critical points that you have to make. How you do that, and when you do that, and what vehicle you use to describe that are always going to be on you. But if you use these particular topics in every report, you will give your client the valuable service they need, and more importantly for our purposes, insulate you from liability related to an inspection. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you again soon.